Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm going to do a classic rock reaction. This is Black Sabbath, a song called Lord of This World. It was requested by a patron of mine and a couple of subscribers, and I had a couple of gentle reminders, times 5, 6, and 7. So it's time to do a Black Sabbath reaction, man. So, Lord of This World. Let's get it. Signature changes so soon.
You're searching for your mind, don't know where to start. Can't find the key to fit the lock on your heart. You think you know, but you are never quite sure. Your soul is ill, but you will not find a cure.
Your soul is ill, but you will not find a cure.
Your world was made for you by someone above, but you choose evil ways instead of love. You made me master of the world where you exist. The soul I took from you was not even missed. Yeah!
These are powerful lyrics, man. The soul I took from you was not even missed. I can't help but feel that they're addressing the leaders of our world. People who crave power hungry. addressing the leaders of this world, telling them that he's the one who's actually in control. I like how the music stretches out, lets you absorb what you heard. Man, what a song. Lord of this world. That definitely carries a strong message. Everything was great about this song, man. Great vocals, clear, great musicianship, excellent lyrics, and sent a strong message. I like the musicianship of Black Sabbath, where they have a strong social political message. They drop it on you, and then they just leave you there with it and stretch out the instrumental so that the song and the lyrics and everything about it has more impact and meaning. It makes it more epic. It's the first thing I picked up when I listened to War Pigs. I really loved that middle part. I forgot what you guys called it. You've told me time and again what it's called, but I can't remember. But it's that middle part where in War Pigs they just stretch out the instrumentals. Same with Hand of Doom and Children of the Grave. They have a strong statement to make, and then the instrumentals just stretches it out and cements it, really hammers it home to me. Damn, man, this was a great song. Yo, Black Sabbath. They really have a way with lyrical expression, expressing themselves in song. And the instrumentals is one of those things that just gives them that extra lift and meaning. Hey, you can be caught up in listening to just the musicianship alone and, of course, Ozzy's unique voice signature. But for me, what does it for me so far with Black Sabbath is what they're saying. How they're saying it is awesome, but what they're saying is probably just a bit more strong to me. I hold them in a special category for their ability to communicate about social and political issues. Now this lineup of Black Sabbath is what I'm talking about. The Ozzy years. I haven't gotten to the Dio years yet. Ronnie James Dio. I plan on doing that, and I don't know if lyrically it's going to change the message behind the music. That sort of thing will change. We'll see. But anyway, I'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me do some reading here, man. For some of you who might just be joining me and don't know my format, what I do, man, is I listen to the song and then I just go into the background of the song a little bit, do a quick intro of the band, and then, have kind of like some ideas of my own later on. So let's get into a little intro of the band first, and then some background of the song, man. Got my Wikipedia page up. Okay, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath were an English rock band formed in Birmingham in 1968 by guitarist, main songwriter Tony Iommi. By guitarist Tony Iommi, main songwriter and bassist Geezer Butler, drummer Bill Ward, and singer Ozzy Osbourne. Black Sabbath are often cited as pioneers of heavy metal music. A hard rock institution whose influence on heavy metal cannot be overstated, Black Sabbath not only pioneered the genre, they helped launch the career of one of its most colorful and controversial characters in Ozzy Osbourne. Lord of This World. Lord of This World is the sixth track off of Black Sabbath's third studio album, Master of Reality. Master of Reality was released on the 21st of July, 1971. It is widely regarded as the foundation of doom metal, stoner rock, and sludge metal. It was certified double platinum after having sold over 2 million copies. Master of Reality was Black Sabbath's first and only top 10 album in the US until 13, 42 years later. So 13, I'm guessing, is an album of theirs. Master of Reality was recorded at Island Studios in London from February to April in '71. The album was produced by Roger Bain, who had also produced Black Sabbath's previous two albums, with future Judas Priest producer Tom Allom handling engineering. This was to be Bain's final collaboration with Black Sabbath, as guitarist Tony Iommi took over production duties for the band's next several albums. Drummer Bill Ward explained, quote, "Previously, we didn't have a clue what to do in the studio and relied heavily on Roger. But this time, we were a lot more together, understood what was involved, and were more opinionated on how things should be done." Unquote. On the tracks Children of the Grave, Lord of This World, and Into the Void, Iommi downtuned his guitar 1.5 steps in an effort to reduce string tension, thus making the guitar less painful for him to play. This pain was the result of a factory accident years earlier in which he had the tips of 2 of his fingers severed. The downtuning also helped the guitarist produce what he called a bigger, heavier sound. Geezer Butler also downtuned his bass guitar to match Iommi. Quote, "It helped with the sound too," Butler explained in '94. "Then it got to the point where we tuned even lower to make it easier vocal-wise. But Ozzy would then sing higher, so it sort of defeated the purpose." Okay. A Master of Reality peaked at number 5 on the UK albums chart and number 8 in the United States, where it achieved gold status on advanced orders alone. It eventually sold 2 million copies in the US. Despite the album's commercial success, it was viewed with disdain by contemporary music critics. In The Village Voice, Robert Christgau called it a dim-witted, amoral exploitation. Man, Rolling Stone's Lester Bangs described it as monotonous and hardly an improvement over its predecessor, although he found the lyrics more revealing because they offer, quote, "some answers to the dark cul-de-sacs of paranoid," unquote. Damn, man. These critics, well, I guess that's what they're being paid to do, is just to be critical, even though something is successful. Easy to do. But yo, man, these guys achieved gold status just on pre-orders alone, you know? Yeah, critics are just missing it, man. Anyway, let me just keep quiet. I can do an entire reaction just on critics, but I won't. In 1994, Master of Reality was ranked number 28 in Colin Larkin's top 50 heavy metal albums. Larkin described it as Sabbath's first international breakthrough and a remarkable piece of work. In Music Hound Rock, the Essential Album Guide in '99, authors Gary Graff and Daniel Dirtschultz described the album as a brilliant skull crusher. In 2001, Q included it in their list of the 50 heaviest albums of all time, calling it malevolent, casting Black Sabbath as a Titanic-style house band on the eye of Armageddon, cranking it as the bomb drops. A critic for the magazine cited it as the most cohesive record of the band's first 3 albums. And in 2003, Rolling Stone ranked the album number 298 in their list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. They described the album as representing the greatest sludge metal band of them all in its prime. The same magazine also ranked the album 34th on its 100 greatest metal albums of all time. So they shit on them on one side, Rolling Stone, and then they praise them on another. I'm gonna leave it there. All right, man. So, this song, I can easily just say I really like the groove. I really like Ozzy singing and just end it there. But no, man, it goes beyond that. It's the lyrics. It's the delivery of the lyrics. His vocals are very, very clear. His timing is good. Speaking of timing, I love the way how the timing signatures shift around. It locks your attention and it really makes you anticipate what is going to be done next, what's coming next, especially lyrically. So it totally had me. And the message behind it, and this is what I've come to expect with Black Sabbath so far. The lineup of the Ozzy lineup here, it seems that maybe lyrically they had some serious statements, and I can understand coming up in 67, 68 back then, all kinds of crazy things were going on back then with the war, the Cold War, social and civil upheaval and all manner of things. So they had a lot of subject matter to address, and that's what they're addressing in this song. I've had a couple of colleagues say in passing, people who know that I'm doing reactions, I react to Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath. Oh, yeah, those guys are demonic. They probably worship the devil, huh? What are you reacting to them for? Jeez, man. And so these guys, man, all one has to do is sit, listen to what they're saying, listen to what they're singing, listen to the message they're trying to convey. And, a discerning mind will be able to tell you, okay, these guys, they have a dark signature about their image. And I understand that back then, everybody basically would do well to have some sort of an image, a representation of them. I'm thinking of Kiss and their makeup and their getup and their stage presence. And really, this was just another stage persona, stage presence. Because when you look a little closer and you listen to what they're saying and trying to get the gist of their message, what they're conveying here, in this song specifically and some of their other songs, is that they're conveying being concerned about the state of the world, the current world, the time that they came up in. And they're concerned about all of these social and political issues that really could hamper the future generations. And what they're saying in this song is that the real enemy is one who is not seen. He's very, very subtle, and he is actually the puppeteer. And he is pulling the strings of the leaders of this world. And these lyrics, man, are powerful. I'm not going to call these guys prophets, but they are attempting to achieve the same thing that a prophet would, in a sense of showing you what is happening in the world, letting you know what will come about if conditions don't change. And then the lyrics are in themselves a call to action. A call to action also brings about hope, right? Hope for change, hope for something better, hope for something new. This is not the lyrics of somebody who is intending on doing things bad or is worshiping evil sources. Give me a break. I mean, check out these lyrics here, man. Where are we? Yeah. You think you're innocent. You've nothing to fear. You don't know me, you say. But isn't it clear? You turn to me in all your worldly greed and pride. But will you turn to me when it's your turn to die? Yo, I'm telling you. So these lyrics are coming from a position of these band members being concerned about the climate of the world at the time. And they are trying to convey, and the call to action here is to check yourself. Especially, I believe that they're more tuning this towards the attention of the leaders of the world, more so back then because it was so chaotic. Call to action is to check yourself, redeem yourself, so that you are no longer under influence of the real enemy who is not the yellow man across the way in a different country that most people can't even pronounce. The real enemy is somebody who is whispering in your ear quietly. The Prince of Darkness is the real enemy. You know what I mean? So that is the message that I'm getting from this particular song, Lord of this world, you know. And so to some of my very, very ignorant friends and colleagues, yo, Black Sabbath, I'm not going to call them prophets, but they're not devil worshippers, or they're not, agents of doom and all of this nonsense, man. You know, so come on. Check out some of my reactions. Go back in time and check out Children of the Grave, Hand of Doom, War Pigs. You're going to see a pattern in their message here, their structure. They're pointing out some things that could devastate the world. And they're also pointing out the pitfalls that could occur if things don't change, and how to go about affecting that change. That's the pattern that I see with a lot of Black Sabbath songs. And, all of these fit in the category of my anti-war playlist. So, man, to some of my friends, that kind of irked me a little bit. I'm still that's why I did this reaction. Check out some of my other reactions. Educate yourself a little bit, so the next time you come to me with stupid shit like that, you're going to be coming at me with a position of a little bit more awareness about music, a little bit more awareness about these great artists, and like I said, I'm not going to call them prophets, but I'm going to call them messengers, because they have a very, very strong message, and they have something to say in their music. And I think that for their oceans of fans out there, I think that they're better off because they're fans of Black Sabbath. I think that it's more of an inspiration rather than anything doomy or gloomy. I don't get doom and gloom from listening to Black Sabbath at all. So that's my education, and hopefully if you're watching this video, this is yours as well. Okay, you know who I'm talking to. All right. So, man, let me just scroll down to my notes here. Yeah, this is the notes I left for myself. Let me know what other Aussie era Black Sabbath songs you would like to see me react to. I'll react to pretty much anything, but I really like the songs that are charged with a very, very strong message, call to action, social, political stance that these guys have. Very, very good creative lyrically. And so I'd like to fish out a lot more of those tunes, if they are just restricted to the Aussie era. But I don't know much about the Dio era. So what I'm going to do, man, is I'll get some more of your recommendations for the Aussie era Black Sabbath. Then I'm going to go on to just do a solo Aussie reaction, just his stuff outside of Black Sabbath. And then I'm going to go on to the Black Sabbath, the Dio era, and, give me some recommendations of the Dio era Black Sabbath as well. And then on top of that, I'll probably end up doing maybe just a solo Ronnie James Dio reaction, maybe a triple shot of his work, maybe even a quad. I know that he was in a band before called, I think it was Rainbow, I think. So there's a lot of Dio history as well. So I'll do a separate reaction for Dio, but I'm going to keep the Black Sabbath era stuff separate and just do the solo stuff of each respective singer separate. I think that's probably the best way to go. So you know the method to my madness, man. So help me out with that. Let me know what particular tunes in those categories I should look at doing reactions for. Anyway, man, thanks very much for joining me. That's my reaction to Lord of This World. Excellent song. Great message. The musicianship is on point as what I've come to expect. And I really, really dig Black Sabbath. Now, this is going back to their early years. And of course, I got to follow the path to Black Sabbath as they come along in time. But so far, man, I'm impressed as hell with them. Anyway, yeah, that's my reaction. So thanks for joining me. Take care, and I'll catch you in another one. Peace.